The rain was acidic on Bellatrix. 5. It dripped like poison from the blackened sky, sizzled against metal, and melted the thinner rocks that had the misfortune of being exposed. The once green hills were now scarred wastelands of obsidian glass. Twisted trees turned to brittle skeletons. Sakari crouched behind a slab of collapsed hull plating from a crashed Kalari scout cruiser. Her breathing was labored, one arm clutching her side where a plasma shard had grazed her ribs. Her purple skin shimmered faintly in the dim light, soaked with blood and rain. Her silver eyes blinked rapidly, not from fear, but from fury. She was a scout, a warrior, a daughter of the High Nest. But none of that meant anything anymore. Not here. Not now. She was alone. Her unit had been wiped out 2 standard days ago. Tracked by ground drones deployed by the Deveran Syndicate, merciless alien slavers who had set up a harvesting operation on Bellatrix. 5. Sakari's people had been monitoring from orbit, hoping to expose the operation and bring it before the Galactic Council. But now her comms were dead, her wings injured beyond flight, and her weapon had only 1 charge left. A low humming made her flatten against the wreckage. Another drone. The spherical machine glided through the air, tentacles hanging beneath it like a spider's limbs, scanning the debris with sharp red sensors. Sakari held her breath, tensing. Her body was bruised, her strength depleted. She wouldn't survive another chase. Her mind spun through tactics, exits, possible distractions. And that's when it happened. Ruck. It clattered, drawing the drone's attention to the left. It twisted its sensors in that direction, then shot toward the noise. Sakari blinked. That had not been her. She dared to peek. Someone moved through the scorched trees. 2 legs. Covered head to toe in a battered dark environmental suit. Human. What in the void was a human doing on this forsaken world? She watched, confused, as the human tossed another rock, deliberately leading the drone away. Then, without warning, the human stepped forward, raised a pulse rifle and fired. Clean shot, right into the drone's center. It exploded with a dull boom, raining sparks. Sakari felt something she hadn't felt in hours. Oh. The human turned, scanning the area. I saw you get hit, a voice crackled through the suit speaker. You alive? Sakari hesitated, then stood, wobbling slightly. Barely, she rasped. The human jogged over, boots crunching glass and ash. He removed his helmet. His face was pale and weathered with short dark hair and tired but sharp eyes. Name's Elias, he said. I'm not here to hurt you. Saw your crash yesterday. Figured someone might still be breathing. Sakari leaned against the wreckage, trying to study him. You're not Deveran. He snorted. Hell no. I hate those bastards. Used to be military. Now I just freelance. Do what I can to make the galaxy less terrible. Sakari was skeptical, but she was also bleeding. I need a medkit, she muttered. And food. Water. I've got all that, Elias nodded. Come on. I have a shelter a click east. The shelter was a makeshift bunker dug into the remains of a volcanic ridge. Elias had repurposed scavenged tech, fashioned air purifiers, and set up automated turrets for defense. Sakari sat near a heater, bandaged and fed, while Elias moved around like a mechanic in a forgotten workshop. You're the first Kalari I've met, he said, sitting across from her. Didn't expect your kind to be involved out here. We weren't supposed to be, she replied bitterly. But the Deveran are breaking council treaties. They're taking native species for labor camps. We were sent to observe, not fight. Well, it became a fight pretty fast. She winced, touching her side. They shot us down. My squad. They didn't make it. Elias looked at her quietly for a moment. Then let's make sure you do. Over the next day, Sakari rested and healed, while Elias patrolled and scavenged. He told her about the miners the Deveron had enslaved, humanoids, insectoids, and even children. He showed her recorded footage, proving the atrocities being committed. "We can't get off-world," Elias said grimly. "But if we hit their transmitter tower, we can broadcast a distress beacon. Might reach a passing patrol. Maybe even the Kalari." "It's suicide," Sakari said. "That tower is inside their main perimeter. I saw it. Guarded by drones and hounds." "You're the only one here who's fought their tech before," Elias said. "You know their weakness. I've got the stealth skills. Together we might just pull it off." Sakari stared at him. "Why are you helping me?" He shrugged. "Because someone helped me once. And because you didn't deserve to die alone." That night they planned. They would wait until the next storm, when the sky would burn with ion energy, scrambling Deveron sensors. They would move through a dry lava tunnel Elias had mapped. It led within 400 meters of the tower. From there they'd split. Elias would disable the external defenses while Sakari accessed the control terminal and uploaded the beacon. Simple. But not easy. The storm came quickly. Velatrix 5 howled like a tortured animal, lightning streaking through the atmosphere. Elias and Sakari crept through the narrow tunnels, their boots echoing softly. Sakari had recovered enough to move swiftly again. She held her modified blaster tightly, nerves buzzing. They reached the split point. Elias turned to her. "See you at the tower." She nodded. "Try not to get killed." Chaos followed. Elias moved like a ghost, disabling perimeter traps and slicing wires. Sakari sprinted through the outer base, weaving between buildings and hiding behind containers. The sky lit up like fire. Rain hissed against her armor. She reached the tower door. She slammed her hand on the control pad, overriding it with a stolen code Elias had acquired. Inside, the hum of alien machines buzzed. She found the console, yanked off the cover, and plugged in Elias' transmitter device. Red lights began flashing. Too fast. They'd been detected. Outside, she heard plasma fire. Sakari hit the console. Come on, come on." Suddenly the device beeped. "Transmission uploaded," a mechanical voice said. "Beacon signal active." She let out a breath. Then a shadow moved behind her. A Deveron enforcer. 7 feet tall, cybernetic limbs, glowing eyes. Lunged. Sakari ducked, rolled, and fired her last shot. Right into its eye socket. Screeched, then collapsed. She stumbled outside and saw Elias pinned under a wrecked turret. His leg was twisted, blood running from his side. "No!" She ran to him, pulling at the debris. "I'm not making it," he coughed. "But you can." Sakari's eyes shimmered. "Don't say that. We made it. The beacon's out. Help will come." "Exactly. Someone needs to be alive when they do." She pressed her hand to his chest. "You are not dying here, Elias." He smiled weakly. "Then you'd better hurry and stop me." Hours passed. The beacon reached orbit. A Kalari cruiser intercepted the signal. They landed at dawn, weapons drawn, ready for a fight, only to find Sakari standing over Elias, bloodied and determined. "We got the message out," she told her commander. "He saved me. And this planet." Elias was taken aboard the cruiser, barely clinging to life. Sakari refused to leave his side during recovery. When he woke weeks later, he found her sitting quietly, watching the stars. "You're still here," he whispered. She looked at him, eyes tired but warm.